Let's go. I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be bringing you guys another episode of Full Day of Going to the Movie Theater. And in this episode of Full Day of Going to the Movie Theater, I am going to be watching the newest Alien movie, Alien Romulus. So, this has been a movie that has been in development for quite some time. This movie went into development about 2 to 3 years after the release of Alien Covenant, which came out back in 2017. Along when this movie got announced to be in development, there was an Alien TV series that was also announced to be in development as well. That new Alien TV series should be coming out later on this year or 2025. So, like I've been doing with a lot of the other franchises that I've told you guys that I've never really been that into growing up, but I'm more open to getting into them, recently. So, Aliens, I'll give you guys my history on this franchise, personally from my point of view. So, growing up, I never was really exposed to these movies at all. We randomly got an Alien toy, actually, back when I was younger. And when I was in about 3rd or 4th grade, actually, I remember that was when Alien vs. Predator was coming out that year. And I remember just like seeing the trailers for it. The part where the guy's calling it like, "You stupid, ugly mother," and then they cut the motherfucker part out, obviously, right? So then after that, I remember nothing else really coming out for the Alien movies that I actually paid attention to. Then when I was in high school, I think I was a sophomore or a junior, went over to a friend's house. And at that night, when I went over to my friend's house, this was back when, on I think the Sci-Fi Channel, they used to have like these Saturday marathons where like one week they would play like all the Halloween movies. The next week they would do like all the Friday the 13th movies. After that, they would do like the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. The Saturday that I came over to hang out with my friend, they actually had a marathon of all the Alien movies, right? So I'd end up watching the first Alien movie, just Alien, and then right after that came up to be Aliens, the sequel, right? So it was really late in the night, and I had to leave. So I didn't watch Aliens 3 and 4, obviously, and still to this day, I've not watched, Aliens 3 and Aliens 4. And then after that, I was at a friend's house because that friend that I went over to that night went to another friend of mine's house to work on their computer. And then around that time, when we went over there, because I had to show him where he lived, Alien vs. Predator was on. And I finally watched Alien vs. Predator. And then after that, I remember Prometheus came out. And then I went to a friend's house where, that other friend went over to work on that computer. Remember, it turned on and I was like, oh, this is Prometheus. This is going to be the start to a new Alien trilogy. So I thought to myself, hey, I'll just get in right now, obviously, when it's new. And within, I think about like, I remember like 10, 15 minutes, I just passed out. I just didn't care, honestly. Like maybe now if I went and watched the entire movie, maybe I might feel differently. But I remember like Prometheus not being liked at all. Like Prometheus is a movie like a lot of other movies that were deemed bad for a very, very long time, not even just based off expectations from the fans, it's coupled with that and that they just aren't good movies themselves. Prometheus has never been considered good. And I'm like, damn, I only saw like the first 10, 15 minutes of that shit. I don't even remember that. I was just like, like it started playing and I just that's NyQuil right there. So then the first Alien movie that I watched in theaters was Alien Covenant. And this was the movie where they revealed the alien backstory. So basically, long story short, that guy that is in Prometheus, he's also the villain for Alien Covenant. He has like this android twin that randomly appeared. I don't know if they did this in Prometheus at all. Apparently, the reason why he created the alien was because there was a human lady on the ship that he loved. Even though robots can't love anything, they don't have any emotions, right? So just your mind is getting blown hearing this shit. I was literally in the theater going like, damn, this is the reason why people just don't like movies that much anymore, because the writing is terrible. So if you guys didn't watch Alien Covenant, that is the movie where the alien backstory gets revealed. So it basically revealed that the Michael Fassbender's character, I forgot the character's name, I don't remember. I think it was Rick something, I don't know. What was his name? I forgot his name. Let me look at the character's name. I totally forgot, honestly. All right. Alien Covenant. Yeah, it's the character portrayed by Michael Fassbender. Walter. Yeah. So it's revealed the character of Walter loved a human female on the ship he was on. She didn't feel the same way about him. Keep in mind, he's a robot. They can't feel emotion. He kills her and then uses her body as the first testing human for the alien species he created. So he creates the alien species, he kills her, then he implants the very first alien in her. It's commonly rumored that this is the queen of the aliens, honestly, because, well, it would have to start from something, so obviously, by default, that will be the queen, right? See how stupid this is? Like, there are some things that just don't need a backstory revealed. How about some things just are clouded in mystery, and we just kind of have to guess where the alien came from? But no, the alien was made because a guy got rejected, a robot got rejected by a human female, and then he kills her, and then puts the alien inside of her, and then the alien spits out, and somehow he can control them, and then he wanted to make more of them, and then I think he kills everyone else in the ship, and then after that, he goes to this planet that they're on in that movie, and then he disperses the alien and to kill everybody, so that's why that whole planet was filled with aliens, actually. So that's where that all comes from. That's why just basically breathing on that planet you could be ingested with some sort of like face hugger, actually. You know what's weird? That in Alien Covenant, one of the first characters to have a face hugger blow out of them literally wasn't even someone that got hit with the face hugger. It was that they breathed through, like they were next to a plant doing something, and they just breathed some of that stuff or that's in plants into their nose. Because remember, it's revealed later in the movie that he dispersed the alien like that. They dispersed like some liquid or whatever. Like, oh, it's just so bad. Holy shit, I couldn't believe what the hell I was watching. It was just a steaming pile of garbage. I'm like, who wrote this? Who wrote this steaming pile of absolute shit? So then, after that, that movie didn't really do well at the box office. Reception for it was actually pretty bad. And then after that, you got, well, the TV series announced, and then the new Alien movie I'm watching today. So basically, that's kind of like my history with the Alien movies. I do like the Alien for what it is. I like Xenomorph. I like the franchise, but it's just like the first two movies are legit considered masterpieces. They're really, really great movies, actually. But anything after Aliens has been, well, I haven't seen Aliens 3 and Resurrection, so I can't speak on those. Alien vs. Predator is kind of a hybrid half movie between the two. So people said, how do you count Alien vs. Predator? Well, it's the same way you would count Freddy vs. Jason and Batman vs. Superman. It counts for both of them. That's just how it works, honestly, you know? So, yeah, I mean, the only thing that I've really kept up with Aliens, like I mentioned for like even Star Wars, is I'll still like buy Alien comic books. You know, like I think I bought a few of the Alien trade paperbacks for some of the Alien series from Marvel, actually, because you guys know Disney acquired Fox, so they got access to the Predator and Alien, so that's kind of what I've been doing, actually. And, you know, I peeped through some of the book. Doesn't look that bad, actually. I think I have it right here, honestly. Oh, yeah, it's right here. Yeah. See, right there. See, I have this one, and I have a few others. This is Alien. That's written by... Oh, it's written by... Yeah, there's Bloodlines. Yeah, I would say if you're having a hard time with Aliens, try out some of the Alien comic books. Get them in trade. You don't have to waste money going and reading back it or trying to get back issues. Just get them as trades, all in one. There's several Alien series. Keep in mind, I don't know if they're good or not at all. I haven't read some of them yet, but, you know, that way, if you're like starved for Alien content, you could just get this, obviously. So this is Alien the Law. It's called Alien the Law. Alien Thaw. Art looks pretty cool right there, you know? uh, collecting Alien 2023 issues 1 through 5, and then now I think they released an Alien Romulus prequel comic, and they also are doing an Aliens versus Avengers series. So yeah, when I was going through some of these, because you guys know I like to collect not like back issues anymore. I like to collect everything in trade for the most part. And I collect everything in trade because it's a lot more easier to collect and it's way cheaper as well. So yeah, if you need to get your fix of the Alien and Xenomorph, I would just grab this. The art in this book actually pretty good. So this is written by Declan Shalvey, and the artist is Andrea Broccardo, actually. And then, yeah, I think it looks pretty good, honestly. I bought more of these books, actually, but these Alien books tend to be put in the setting that I think they should be in, honestly. When I was just skimming through the book, not just now, but earlier when I bought it as well and other Alien trades that I own. What I think really would benefit most like movies like that and just Aliens and other sci-fi franchises is when it comes to like these kind of franchises, where they're set and the setting of them really matters. That's why the first two are just as really good as they are. And I like some of the best horror movies ever made. Like the setting of where they're at, that real like isolation feeling is really what makes you get like claustrophobic and uncomfortable with like what's gonna happen to them. And I saw the first trailers for this movie. I saw the first trailer for it, and I saw the recent trailer for it. I haven't did that many trailer reactions recently, because like usually after just like one, I'm pretty much good to go. But I remember I did the first trailer reaction for this. It looked pretty good, and then I watched the official trailer at the movie theaters, and I thought it looks pretty good. So I couldn't watch this movie when it first dropped because it was just that busy that week. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go on my day off to watch it. And after I do this episode of Full Day Going to the movie theater, then I will just, we'll do the Alien Romulus open spoiler discussion. Because I told you guys this before, I want to do movie projects where we watch and review the older movies all the way into the newest one. So movies like Aliens, it would be original to where Aliens is at. And then for Predator, original to where newest one is at. You guys could get the point there. I like to use those as easy examples because it's something easy to follow for a lot of people. So, yes. All right. In the next part of the vlog, you guys will see me at the movie theater. I got to head out because I got to go to my showing. So, we'll see you guys in the next part. And make sure you guys do not have a facehugger attack you, because that would be living literally on hell. To watch Alien Romulus, I am super hyped and excited to actually watch this movie. I've mentioned in the first part of the vlog, I've only ever seen like the best two, and then I've seen Alien vs. Predator and Alien Covenant and 10 minutes of Prometheus. But overall, I do enjoy the concept of the Xenomorph, the alien, the facehugger, and all that stuff. I would have to hope this movie hit really well. From all the reception that I saw from it online, it looks like it turned out pretty well for a lot of people. It looks like it's a box office smash hit. But as you guys know, I always kind of, watch movies and judge them for myself. And, the point of these vlogs is to, just show you guys how fun it can be to go to the movie theater. And, just because one of your favorite content creators says they don't like a movie, that does not automatically mean you won't like it. And you might actually not like it either, but at least you'll come to a different conclusion as to why you won't like it. It feels like a lot of people just only really adhere to one person's opinion, when in reality our opinions are much different and shaped differently depending on the situation that is in front of us, especially with movies, given how long movies are and very much of a time investment they are. So yeah, I'm gonna go in there and watch the movie, and I'll probably get some chili cheese nachos or a icy or something. There's a Taco Bell over there. Like I said, I'll probably get Taco Bell before I go home, or maybe get like little Caesars. I don't know actually, but not that hungry. I ate before I got here, so I'll probably just get an icy, like I said, and then I'll probably just get Taco Bell or Little Caesars when I'm going back home. So yeah, see you guys in the next part when I come out of the theater and give you guys my quick out of the theater reaction for Alien Romulus. See you guys in the next part. I just got out of watching Alien Romulus, and that was certainly a really solid, fun, enjoyable Aliens movie. I really enjoyed the aesthetics of the movie as far as like the scenery. I feel like the special effects were really good. They made the aliens look really good. They had that really nice, ominous feel throughout the movie. The music was really good. I wasn't really that interested in a lot of the characters from the movie. Like even the main girl was like kind of lacking in like, I don't know, acting chops really. I feel like the character that was doing the best acting was the black android kind of dude. But yeah, overall, really fun, enjoyable movie. If you are a fan of alien movies, you're probably going to end up liking this. I think I know the part that a lot of people were criticizing. Um, I'll go into more of that when I do the spoiler review down the road, which would be in a couple of days, depending on who I can grab together for a Alien Romulus open spoiler discussion, actually. So the next part of the vlog, as you guys know, I'm doing my Alien Romulus spoiler-free movie review, and then, like I just said, we're gonna have a open spoiler discussion for it, hopefully tomorrow or Thursday, because it was a really enjoyable, fun movie, actually. Maybe this might make a few people's top 10 lists. Some people said probably they don't like it. Well, it is what it is at the end of the day. I enjoyed it, enjoyed my time. But there are some issues that I have, and then I'll go over those in, well, not just a spoiler-free review, but in the open spoiler discussion as well. All right, see you guys in the next part. Peace. I just got back from the movie theater watching Alien Romulus, the newest installment in the Alien franchise. And now, for the final part of the vlog, to end the vlog, I am going to be giving you guys my Alien Romulus spoiler-free movie review. So, you guys just saw in the previous part of the vlog my quick out of the theater reaction for Alien Romulus was really positive, and I really did enjoy the movie. So let's start here. So overall, for movies like this, I do feel like the setting and aesthetic of the actual sets really do affect the atmosphere of the actual movie. I felt like this movie really went back to the roots of Aliens, actually, where you're in this like cargo ship, and then the alien gets brought out through, you know, means of what the human characters are doing, and then basically it's just a fight for survival throughout the entire movie. And what I really liked that the director did in this movie compared to what Ridley Scott did in Alien Covenant was that we really got to see the surreal feeling of like, damn, the alien really actually is insanely dangerous, and they really will just straight up kill anyone and anybody in their way. So I really did enjoy that. So I'll go over stuff that I really didn't care for in the movie. I'll say I think I know the part people were talking about as regard of like they didn't like that they brought back a certain character because this actor I think is dead overall. I think I know what part you're talking about, and I think I know what part of the movie for that character that has that line of dialogue actually. So what I feel like the movie needed to be even better than what it was that it needed more of a main cast actually. I don't really feel like the movie overall has like the best story compared to like Alien and Aliens actually. I think this movie has this similar issue that like Deadpool and Wolverine did, where like the story is kind of like on the back pedal. You're more invested into like the surroundings of the movie and like the actual villain of the movie, which is the alien, obviously, rather than focusing on what is the overall plot here, you know? And I feel like the plot is a bit scattered throughout the movie. There is a story here, but it's not anything great or special. So if you were kind of expecting an alien movie similar to Alien and Aliens, well, you got a good amount of that, but the story part lacked a lot. What I also feel like really lacked in the movie was, like I said earlier, enough main cast characters. So there wasn't basically enough fodder kills for the aliens because the cast is really small. You had the main girl, the one black guy who's the android, then you had the two other dudes, and then you had the girl. So you had like, and the other bald bitch, right? So you had six main characters, right? So the other Alien movie, Aliens, the one that I like the most, you had like a big cast of characters to the point where like you could see like different ways the alien was actually able to kill them, and you got a chance to see different ways the alien could kill them in the form of like, hey, will I just kill you by impaling them with my tail, or will I just kill you with my second mouth, or is someone going to shoot an alien and then a bunch of acid come out of an alien and then kill like that, right? I felt like we got that in the movie. It was just so spread out because there was not enough of a cast here, actually. And then the third act of the movie, I will say, it kind of just drags out. They do something in the third act where, you know, something happens earlier on in the movie when you have like the big reveal that happens, right? Because this movie is set in between the first Alien movie and Aliens, actually. So this is basically an interquel, as they would call them, right? So, going in, this is not even a spoiler. As you guys know this, most characters in these movies die. It's just what it is. Like, I don't know how many Alien movies I've watched where pretty much the entirety of the main cast dies, like outside of like the main heroes, right? So like, that shouldn't be a shocker to anybody if you've watched any of these movies, actually, even Predator movies, actually. Okay, so there's a little bit of there's a little scene right after they leave this lab where it plays out later on in the third act. So there's a lot of high tension in the movie. There's some really high stakes there. There's some really good emotional moments there with a few of the characters. That's what I would personally prefer if they just had a little bit more of a cast so we could just see more of the kills. I think the director of the movie is Fede Alvarez, I think. Let me make sure I got the name of the director, actually. Alien... Let's see right here. I just want to make sure I have the director's name correct. Yes, Alien Romulus. The director is, I'm pretty sure, Fede Alvarez. Yeah, Fede Alvarez. I felt like he went for this, hey, we're not going to really see the alien yet or the face hugger. And I really felt like they went specifically with a movie where when you do finally see them, they are really going to actually make an impact. Because for the first act of the movie, you're not really seeing the alien. You're just kind of getting involved with the world again. And they really did try to make this as a movie set in between them both. And then after that, when you get into the second act where the facehugger first comes out, and then you also have the aliens, which later on come in the third act of the movie, I feel like they were just building suspense to the alien because a lot of people liked, movies like this where you didn't really see them all that much, but when you did, it was really impactful. I felt like the facehuggers did their good job of being impactful first, and then when later on you saw the actual alien, it was like, man, this is actually insane. Now, I'm going to be completely honest here. There were moments in this movie where the aliens could have easily had won, honestly. The aliens had the advantage the entire movie, but as you guys know, plot armor, and, aliens have to lose. That's just what it is, right? Because this movie takes place in between two other movies that what things already happened, right? So another thing that I liked the dark and gritty aspect of the movie a lot. I felt like the actual cinematography does the movie so well in terms of like setting the tone overall. I felt like the dialogue was actually pretty good despite the actual acting not being there. Because I don't really feel like any of the main cast was really all that good, honestly, outside of like the guy who was playing the android. I feel like he was actually pretty good, but other than that, I feel like the main leading lady wasn't all that interesting. The other main cast members, to me, they weren't all that interesting, actually. So then what else did I enjoy? I really did like how they made sure to imply that the alien's acid is very deadly. Like, there's a part in the movie where one of the characters just straight up offs themselves because he's just stupid, and he fully realizes, oh my god, the alien's acid is actually insane. And then there's another part of the movie later on where like she like shoots all the way through them, and then like the acid's coming out, and then she's just like dodging through it. I thought that was actually really, really cool, honestly. But yeah, that's pretty much it for a spoilers-free movie review for Alien Romulus that I can actually give. I'll say, overall, I think this movie was actually overall pretty good. What made the first two Alien movies for me, I think this one has most of that, except for, I think, a decently strong plot. And I feel like the main cast was really not all that strong. And I would have preferred if there was more people added to the cast, because that would have given more people for the alien to kill, to show you how effective of killers they are. Because people got to factor in, when it comes to movies like this, if you're really trying to get them in, to really show how effective of the killer the alien is. Because there's another part in the movie later on in the third act where it reminds you of what happens in Aliens, actually, where you guys know what that means when I'm saying it, because you'd have to watch the other movie, the Aliens movie, to know what that is, right? So I hope more Alien movies comes out. I know we're getting a new Alien TV series later on, potentially this year or next year, actually. But that's kind of really just all I wanted. More creative kills with the aliens. It felt like it was really just kind of like, paint by the numbers. This movie probably has some of the most least interesting alien kills. I really did not like that forced third act bullshit, but they did somewhat slightly set it up. But it's one of those things where like Trap has this problem too, you know. And what's the movie I watched recently? Oh shit, was it Borderlands? No, it was Trap and this movie where just like the third act just stretches on because they just have to cover that extra runtime. When in reality, that last act of the movie doesn't even really need to be there because the movie was essentially done and over with right before they get into that final stretch of the movie, actually. And if you are a person that likes aliens overall, like you're just a fan of the movies in general, because you know most of the plots in these are pretty bad outside of like the first two, you're gonna really enjoy this. Is this an aliens movie you could kind of take a newcomer to and they'll have some fun with it? I think so, honestly. I think this is a perfectly good gateway alien movies, actually. You know, you wouldn't have had to have watched like the other two to understand it because it's in between them anyway. And it's also a movie where it gives you enough of what the xenomorph is about. That way, if you do see them in other movies, you're going to really kind of get what they're about, right? But I got the style he was going for. You don't want to see them until a certain moment. You want to kind of still build up that suspense. Just for me, that if you're already building up that suspense and the characters are already knowing that this is a character, that a villain they have to face, you might as well just bring him out at that point. Because I really felt like we didn't get enough of the alien. Even though there was a decent amount of it there, they were impactful, they were scary, but you know, that's kind of what I would bring up. Oh, the other thing that I'll bring up when it comes to movies like these is like people with their reviews. I'm not shitting on people for how they want to feel about a movie. However you feel is fine. People will be like, well, this movie didn't scare me. And it's like, well, how many horror, thriller, whatever horror movies you've watched? Like for me personally, I've watched so many horror adjacent thrillers, suspense movies like that, where it would have to be a really, really, really creative scene for me to like really get scared. I don't really get scared when watching these movies. When I was a little kid I did, but I haven't really been scared of watching a movie in a very long time. I know it's not real, so once I figured out it wasn't real when I was younger, I could just watch these and not care, honestly. So for me, I don't really care to watch these and get scared, or like because it didn't scare me, I wouldn't like it. I think if you're a grown adult, you getting scared at movies like this is like a little too childish, in my opinion. That's just my 2 cents about it, honestly. Because if you've seen the alien kill people before, it's like, what else more are you looking for? You know, I did like the face. I always love the face huggers. Face huggers are deadly little minions, actually, and they did make them a threat, and I really did like that though, because you know they're mostly treated as like fodder. You know, they're like, just a face hugger, but they do have a massive impact on how the aliens function as a species. So they definitely should, given some proper screen time to make sure that's a scary thing. Like you do not want to be around that thing, right? So yeah, that's it for me. You know, people can view a movie however they want to. I always say this, you know, is this a movie you go watch in theaters? Yeah, I would say go watch this in theaters. This is this is an amazing movie, actually. You know, you guys know I don't want to give ratings anymore like that. I just call it good, bad, average, solid, whatever. I think this is an amazing movie, solid movie if you really wanted to lowball it. But I think this is a movie you'd really want to go to the theaters and watch. If you want to wait for streaming, go ahead. I mean, if you want to wait for streaming for most of these movies, you can. I'm not saying you can't, but if you are asking me, is it a good, worthwhile investment? Oh, I can't really tell you that, honestly. It's your money. But if you're asking me personally, I would say, yeah, I go to the theater and watch this. Yeah. I think you'll enjoy it if you're a fan of what this franchise has to offer, as far as like liking the Xenomorphs, right? If you want to wait for streaming, you might have the regret of like, damn, I wish I'd have watched that in theaters, actually, you know? So yeah, that's how I feel, spoiler free, about Alien Romulus. So later on in the week, shortly after you see this, hopefully on a Wednesday or a Thursday, we're going to do our Alien Romulus open spoiler discussion. And then the next movie that I'll be watching in theaters is that new Channing Tatum movie directed by Zoe Kravitz. That's the next one to watch. And then after that, I think I pretty much just watched everything that I needed to, unless my theater gets any more movies that I'm interested in. As you guys know, try to make it to the theater once a week to give you guys, you know, videos like this. I know you guys really like them, but you know, it takes a lot of me to go to the theater, do all it, set everything up, and get it done. But yeah, you guys' support means everything. So Thank you guys for checking out this video. If you're a returning viewer or newer viewer, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I'm MSK, aka Master Swag King, and I'm signing out, guys. See you guys later. Deuces. Peace.